Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about courage and giving you permission to be courageous. So I did this little, drawing, painting, sketching, journaling piece, whatever. You can do one for yourself. Sometimes I do better when I incorporate little symbols. And you can find these online if you say, I can't draw, but I think everybody can draw a heart. And maybe you have an old Valentine or something, and write down about courage. I have the courage today to say I'm afraid. I have the courage to draw outside the lines. So I know a lot of people when I've done my work with them and I have them scribble and doodle, and then I'll say, how many of you color inside the lines? And it's like, oh yeah. Now I say color outside the lines and they freak out. And I said, just play. Just allow yourself. So turn your paper upside down, turn it around, and now start coloring outside the lines. This frees up our the right side of our brain. We work together, and we come up with great ideas, and it frees us. Another thing I say is courage to say I can instead of I can't. And courage to let go of the past. How many of us are hanging on to the past? And this is the only way it's done, and we did it this way because, our grandmother did it this way. Or there is this great story about a fisherman, a young fisherman sees this old guy fishing, and he picks up, these fish, and he measures them, and if they don't fit, he throws them back. And the guy says, is there a rule here that you can only take fish this size? And the man said, oh no, this is the size of my pan. And instead of getting a new pan or cutting up the fish, he throws it back. So open yourself up to what is possible and play with that. Courage to be vulnerable. How about that? That's been, up until now, a struggle to be vulnerable. And I feel like I'm being more and more vulnerable. It doesn't matter what level, but it's sharing who you really are. The courage to laugh at myself, not take myself so seriously. That's another one. Courage to ask tough questions, and the courage to even ask for help. That's one I have struggled with up until now. Last summer I got sick and I had to go, I had an allergic reaction and I had to go in the ambulance to the hospital. They gave me epinephrine, and I had to call my daughter and ask her to come be with me. That was tough for me. So we have to learn to ask for help. And it's the courage to be different. How many of us have spent our lives trying to fit in? I know I did for many, many years. And now it's like, I have the courage to have a little glitter and glitz on my nails, be a little bit more of who I am. It takes courage. You need to adapt an attitude of courage. And courage to be imperfect. Perfectly imperfect is the saying for me. And the other one that I want to end with is the courage to dream big. How many of us kept us small, our dreams small, because we don't want to upset our family or friends, or it's outside our comfort zone, so I don't want to try, or you don't know, and so you lack clarity, and so you say, well, I can't dream big, or whatever. So I want you to think about all these ways courage is important to living your best life. And I'd love to hear about what you do for courage. Thank you. Bye-bye.